Welcome back to another video. Today we are in the Fantasy Cup, and let's see what team we're going to be trying out. We're going to be using the Shadow Flygon paired with the Azumarill and the Tapu Fini in the back. Here we're going to stay in for now because we don't necessarily want to see this Whimsicott in the back. We do catch something. We do catch the best case scenario, which is the Moonblast, but they come back in here with the Dugtrio. Dugtrio is going to be able to Mud Bomb. They are going to get farmed down by us, so we one-show farm down. We do have the Ice Beam player up version. This Ice Beam here will take out the Whimsicott, and now let's see what's in the back. What is that? A Salamence? Oh, ends up being the Salamence, so we do get the shield, and then we're going to switch into our Tapu Fini. We can shield this first one here because we only have one shield left, and then we're going to go for this Surf Bait to try to get this last shield. We do get that shield, and the Shadow Salamence is barely hanging on. Another fly goes through, takes us out easily, and then we're going to go straight into our Flygon to reach this Dragon Claw immediately. So GG's Tribunant, able to wiggle out of that situation. Terrible lead with that Whimsicott, and then we're going to be able to close the game with the Flygon. Alright, we got the Shadow Flygon versus the Azumarill. We're going to switch out into the Azumarill matchup here and see what they end up doing. They have the Galarian Weezing lurking. Sludge does get used. That's the super effective move. You are going to throw the Ice Beam here, and we do grab a shield. Our opponent is going to throw another Sludge. How close? Okay, we are in the red now, so next one will KO, but we are going to be able to reach another Ice Beam. And now, decision time. We're going to shield here or let this go. We decided to just let it go. Our opponent has a little bit of health left, so we're going to farm down with the Flygon, and then we see the Azumarill come back in. We're going to have to shield here. No matter which move they throw, it's going to be pretty decent. Ice Beam or Play Rough. The opponent here is going to tank the Scorching Sand, and now it comes down to catching a move. Okay, we do catch potential Ice Beam. Yes, perfect. So now we're going to be able to farm up some extra energy, and our opponent does also try to catch, and we are going to be able to throw this Surf on our terms. The first Surf did get shielded. We're going to have to shield here. Our opponent is going to get KO'd here with the Surf, and now we have to take out this Azumarill with our two Pokemon left. They're going to have to use some energy here. Ice Beam does get used, takes out the Tapu Fini, and luckily the Scorching Sand from this Flygon is still available for the KO. So GG's to our opponent, able to win that game right there. Alright, next game, let's see what we find. We got the Shadow Flygon versus Shadow Dragonite. Okay, we're gonna switch out to the Azumarill. They switch out into their Magnet Zone. Ooh, interesting. Let's see if they're gonna try to go for this Wild Charge immediately. Okay, so no Wild Charge immediately. They have farmed up a ton of energy. We're gonna show the first one ends up being the Wild Charge. We're gonna have to double shield because we are going to be able to farm down. Oh, and they have another steel type, so this is going to be the Empoleon. Empoleon running Waterfall, not dealing that much towards our Azumarill, but we are going to throw the Play Rough here, and it does end up grabbing a shield. We cannot allow them to farm us down. We're going to go into the Tapu Fini immediately. Dropeg does get used. They're going to be able to reach another move before we get to ours. Another Dropeg gets used there. And at this point, we're going to have to try to farm down. So we do get the farm down. And now we have to try to beat this Dragon Knight with our Flygon with some energy advantage. And then now it's going to be a race till we get to this Ice Beam. No, the Shadow Flygon is going to be able to farm us down. So GG's to our opponent. That was an interesting team for sure. Double steal. Terrible lead, terrible switch, and the Empoleon It still was pretty decent, but the waterfall gave us a little bit of a chance. All right, we got the Dragapult to deal with. We're gonna switch out here into the Azumarill and let's see what they end up doing. They are chunking away with their fast move pressure, but we can tank one, okay, into the Shadow Ball, and we see the Azumarill come in. So we're gonna fire off all of these play roughs. They cannot farm us down, so we're just gonna throw. Okay, they actually throw a move. We're gonna have to just let it go, and we're gonna have to try to catch something here. Anticipating Ice Beam? No, ends up being the play rough. So they're running play rough, Hydro Pump, I believe. Dragapult does come back in, and they're gonna have a move. We're gonna shield it because even the breaking swipe will take us so low that we potentially could get farmed down. Our opponent here ends up shielding, and we're gonna apply the pressure here. We're gonna try to get rid of this Dragapult. We do get rid of it. One shield Dragapult. Is it gonna be enough to win? We see the, what is that, Excadrill? Okay, we do get that last shield, and we needed to somehow farm it down just to give us a chance. So GG's to our opponents. A tough situation in the back, but on to the next game. All right, we got the Lucario to deal with. We're doing super effective fast move. They're actually just staying in here, and we're gonna apply this Dragon Claw pressure. We're gonna switch out into the Azumarill. They counter swap into the Weezing. The Weezing here is going to throw a move first. Sludge does get used, and that allows us to go for this Ice Beam bait. Okay, they actually tank it because we could have potentially had Hydro Pump there. Our opponent does elect to throw another Sludge, and we're going to throw Ice Beam here for the KO or grab a shield. They decide to let it go, and then we see the Excadrill in the back. We do get some good fast move damage, but unable to get to the Ice Beam. We are going to have to figure out this situation. The Flygon is going to have to get used here so that we can either grab a shield or get the KO. Our opponent does elect to use the second shield. We're going to go into the Tapu Fini. 2-shield Tapu Fini. We're going to have to win the game. They reach another drill run. We're going to tank this move here so that we have a shield for this Lucario because they had a ton of energy. Thunder Punch does get used. Now it's a race. Oh, we do get to a move. This needs to KO, and down goes the Lucario, and then they're going to come back in for the farm down. So GG's to our opponent, able to win that game. Check out this team if you haven't already, and let us know if you enjoyed the video.